gonna get right into it. There is a YouTuber named the Mysterious Mr. Enter. He is a YouTuber that often reviews animated forms of art, and I feel like he is an underappreciated YouTuber. Yes, his editing is not super duper great. Yes, his mic quality is shit. Even when he got a better mic, it's still shit. But the stuff he actually says and the points he usually makes about said forms of art, I find to be quite intriguing, and oftentimes I do agree with him. Yes, he says some stupid things from time to time, like when he said the rise of the Ninja Turtles animation was mediocre. But there are other videos that I often think make pretty decent arguments. Even his more hot takey points, I often side with him on. And recently he made a video on turning red, which, despite the fact that that video itself only has 100,000 views, has seemed to have briefly broke the internet. In that people are now jokingly saying that Turning Red should have referenced 9/11 a lot because the film takes place in 2002. And they're saying that because that's what they think Mr. Enter has said. I have seen his video twice now, and I feel like the internet is blowing his video out of proportion. Now, I'm not defending Mr. Enter in his entirety, because how he responded to this controversy, I'm not so happy about. His rant on Twitter, I don't really have an opinion on, but I'm not happy about him deleting the comment section of that video. That was honestly a pussy-ass fucking thing to do. But I am gonna defend his video itself, because I feel like it is misrepresentative. And that is because, no, Mr. Enter did not say that 9/11 should be referenced in Turning Red. His issue was the tone of the film itself did not entirely make sense for the timeline it was set in, which is 2002, which I agree with. And it's not just because of 9/11. It's actually really because of how culture was affected as a result of 9/11. The film itself references meme culture, despite taking place in 2002. You know, there's the phrase besties, there's twerking, all that bullshit. Now, 2002 was a bit of an angsty year, a bit of a grungy year, which was Mr. Enter's point. He wasn't saying the film should constantly reference 9/11. That is kind of stupid. What he was saying was the results of 9/11. You know, the edgy, grungy music, the emos, and such. That was barely referenced in the film itself, which is off-putting for the year this film takes place in 2002. And he didn't just reference 9/11 as an example of this off-puttingness. He also referenced the lack of, say, Linkin Park. He referenced the existence of boy bands still, which didn't make sense. And he even complimented the film for the rare moment of it having a grungy moment. That being that there was this one emo kid that was barely in the film. His point was that, yeah, the 2002 was a bit more like this emo kid than the tone of the rest of the film. Yeah, his point was that simply this setting doesn't entirely make sense with the tone. And the reason why he didn't explicitly say that the film shouldn't be constantly referencing 9/11 is because I assume he felt like he didn't need to. Because, yeah, that is an absurd thing to say. Now, I think he should have explicitly said that because obviously people are misrepresenting him, but also because we are at a weird time where it would be reasonable to assume that someone is stupid enough to say Turning Red should be constantly referencing 9/11. Which is why I do find it a bit understandable that his video has gone viral like this, but I've seen his video twice. And my ultimate point is that Mr. Enter is a bit misrepresented in that video. He wasn't saying 9/11 should be referenced in Turning Red. He was just simply saying that the film is set in 2002, and yet for some reason it doesn't really act like 2002. That was his ultimate point. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it off there.